Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you how to fill the gap between the baseboard and the quarter round. So if you take a look right here, I'm going to try and get in close with my camera. You can see that there is a significant gap between the baseboard and the quarter round. And I don't want to see that gap because once I paint the baseboards and quarter rounds, it will not look good, or it won't look as good if there is a gap. So some people like to use a bead of silicone caulking along there, but I prefer to use some drywall compound. And you can definitely substitute the drywall compound with wood filler. It's completely up to you. So the first step is to take your finger, take your finger and get some drywall compound on your finger. Then you're gonna go to the gap between the quarter round and the baseboard, and you're gonna use the drywall compound on your finger, and you're just gonna rub it into that gap. So I'm going to continue doing this until I have filled in the gap over here. Alright, so now we have filled in the gap with the drywall compound. But as you can see, there is some excess drywall compound that has been left and is quite messy. Now, if we leave it like this to dry, then we will have to do a substantial amount of sanding to get rid of all this excess. So what I'm going to do instead to make this a bit easier is I'm going to get rid of the excess while it is still wet. So I have a damp rag over here, and while the drywall compound is still wet, I'm going to take the damp rag and I'm going to just simply apply some pressure and wipe along the area. Now, as you can see, I got out a decent amount of the excess drywall compound, but I want to get it all out. So I'm going to do a few more passes with the damp rag. Now that I have removed the excess drywall compound with the damp rag, I'm going to let it dry. And once the compound has dried, I can simply paint over it and completely finish the baseboards and the quarter rounds. So I'm just going to get up close with my camera so that you can see that the gap that was once there between the baseboard and quarter round has now been filled. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.